People often ask me this question: when is a good time to move away from spreadsheets if you're using it for managing purchase orders? And my answer is always the same: when you can't keep up with the versions. So if you are struggling with managing purchasing in spreadsheets or asking this question, this video is for you, because here I'm going to talk about 3 signs that tells you that it's time to move away from spreadsheets and implement maybe a better process, better procurement system, and so on. If you're joining me for the first time, welcome. My name is Sachin. I am the founder of ProcureDesk, where we help growing companies with managing their purchasing systems. All right, so let's jump right in. Number one is you can't keep up with version controls, right? Always happens if you're using spreadsheets. People are creating new versions, .1, .2, .3, and you don't know which one is the latest. I was talking to one controller, and before they implemented a system, is that I used to have 3 or 4 versions, and I had to spend half an hour figuring out which one is right. And sometimes I had information across multiple versions, so consolidating them become real pain. So that's sign number one, is where you probably need a better system. Number two is update problems. You're not able to keep up with I would say, updating the spreadsheet. So what do I mean by that? If you are creating maybe more than 50 purchase orders a month, we start seeing this where the updates are not happening on the spreadsheet. So updates could be change in amount, you did a change order, change in delivery dates, or change in items. For example, you change, you send something to the vendor says, I don't have this, here's a substitute, right? That is changed. So in the beginning, it's fine because the volume is low. You can keep up with the changes. But at certain volume, typically it's 50 purchase orders a month, you are unable to keep up with the volume. What happens as a result of that is you have an outdated spreadsheet, which means outdated data you can't trust. So people stop managing that, right? So that's kind of number two. Number three is volume. So even if, let's say, you're doing an awesome job at maintaining the spreadsheet, keeping it updated and so on, at some point, it is going to stop loading. So it can't keep up with the volume. Let's say you have thousands of purchase orders in a spreadsheet. It takes, 5 minutes for it to open up, depending on how strong your computer is, right? Or if you're using Google Sheets, it might just take more time for it to kind of pull all the data. So at a certain volume, again, I think I would say 1,000 plus records, you would start seeing the kind of the slowdown in terms of depending on how big your purchase orders are, right? So, and number 4 is, I would say, visibility. You don't have visibility into what's going on with your budgets. So think about, if you're struggling with budget visibility, so every month you go over budget and then you try to figure out why you did that, it's a problem with spreadsheets, right? So if you're using a spreadsheet to track what happened in that month, generally what happens is you're doing that at the end of the month. By that time, it's too late. You have already spent that money and you've gone over budget. So if you are struggling with these 4 issues, right? Version control, updates, you can't keep up with the updates, volume problems, or budget visibility, it's time to move away from spreadsheets and move into a more, I would say, conventional procurement system that can keep up with all these 4 items. If you are in the market for a procurement solution or you're struggling with these issues, click on the link below and talk to one of our product specialists to see if ProcureDesk can help you with these. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.